Well, we were sat down, we just finished our tea and cleared away, and there was a knock on the door. So I went to answer the door, and there was two big policemen there in the uniform, and they were just come inside the door, and I introduced them to my husband. And the tallest of the policemen put his hand in his pocket and pulled out these papers and said, "We've come to see you about a homophobic incident. Do you realise that you're that far away from a hate crime, which is a 7-year prison sentence?" And we were just taken back. When? Where? You know, we weren't aware that we'd created. And then they explained about the phone call that they made to Wyreborough, which was a one-to-one personal conversation with a council employee. And we just couldn't get our heads around it.
We never thought that we'd ever come to the point in this country where we can't even have a phone call. When the phone call was made to Wyreborough Council, we did not ask for the removal of the gay literature. All we asked for was that could we put Christian literature alongside of it, and the man on the phone turned around and said no, as homosexuals would find Christian literature very upsetting and offensive. So we just said, I said to him, well, at first I said, what you were suggesting, I find offensive. That's all we said to him. 2 or 3 days later, we got a bang on the door and the police was there.
And it was really traumatic, and you didn't feel as if you had the freedom to ask them to leave. You know, people have said, well, why did you let them stay for an hour? But it was so intimidating, and it caught us so much off guard. It was a horrendous hour, it really was.
Well, our council turned around and said diversity, and they made a big deal about this diversity. But diversity means to have an opposite opinion without being prosecuted or persecuted for it. Well, as far as I'm concerned, the Wyreborough Council we was dealing with, there was no diversity whatsoever. Only their point of view, and be prepared to take you to prison, to put you in prison for a hate crime. Or was there any diversity in that?